G'day guys, how you doing? It's the Kiwi here with another video about being a man and going your own way, or just trying to become the best possible version of yourself out there. The content that is in this video today, I actually have to thank a viewer of a previous video that I did, which was about how marriage is a waste of time, money and resources. The viewer's name is Chili Contest Winner, and if you're watching this video, Chili Contest Winner, I salute you, sir. Seriously, 2 thumbs up. Because myself personally, I never knew that something like this actually existed. I actually didn't realize that there were marketing and research companies that specialized in actually following female spending habits, actually doing the research on them and utilizing that research to help other major companies, etc., to focus their marketing on the female demographic. Now, the interesting thing is that Chili Contest Winner posted a link to this actual marketing research company on the video "Marriage is a Waste of Time, Money and Resources." And it was really interesting because the information that I put in that particular video was purely based on my own personal experience in regards to being married, then divorced, then actually seeing other friends and associates that are married or have gone through divorces, and just seeing how the money gets completely and utterly redistributed. And it's absolutely mind-blowing. Even when a female, let's say for argument's sake, you've got 2 people that are working in a home and they're both working and they're both pulling in a similar income, there's still a redistribution of wealth that actually goes towards the female. And you know, it's really a very lopsided system. Now, when you actually see a marketing and research company like this one here called Girl Power Marketing, and I'll leave the link to this company or marketing company in the description section below. But I don't know if you can see it. Welcome to my humble office. This is my life. This is where it all happens and goes on. It's a very simple setup. I might actually do a video later on about downsizing and how just simplifying, at least for me, my life has made my life a lot easier. But anyway, this is absolutely gold. I mean, for any male that's going out there and thinking about getting married or getting into a serious long-term relationship, this is a website that you should go to, and you should read the numbers and the actual statistics that are on this website. I mean, it's unbelievable. Like right here, women and global spending. Women control over 20 trillion in worldwide spending. Okay, and then you've got all the sources here and the date that the research was done. Okay, now what's even more interesting and more telling about this, you've got the global spending here on average, and I'd say the majority of that would be Western based society. Okay, but we go down to women and US spending. Okay, at the top of the paragraph here, we've got the purchasing power of women in the US ranges from 5 trillion to 15 trillion annually. Okay, now that's a colossal amount of money, first and foremost. Then you see women control more than 60% of all personal wealth in the US. Okay, now let's look at the sources for this. Okay, we've got Federal Reserve. Okay, then we've got Mass Mutual Financial, then we've got Business Weekly, Gallup. I mean, there's a pretty legitimate sources if I was to look at something like this. Okay, and then there's other things here, etc., etc., etc. Like, let's see, you know, consumer purchases by women. Okay, we have women account for 85% of all consumer purchases. Okay, 85%. That's colossal. Okay, so as we go down this, we see women account for 91% of new homes, 66% of personal computers, 92% of vacations, 80% of healthcare, 65% of new cars, 89% of bank accounts, 93% of food, and 93% of over-the-counter pharmaceuticals. Okay, and then as you go down this, they've got a lot of other information in regards to women and education and careers. And then you go further down, women and finances. Now this women and finances, this is a really telling subject. I mean, this one's huge, guys. This one thread is absolutely massive, okay? And right at the top here, okay, I'll read it to you. Over the next decade, women will control 2/3 of all consumer wealth in the United States, okay? Just remember that, 2/3, okay? And be the beneficiaries of the largest transference of wealth in the United States history. Estimates range from 12 to 40 trillion dollars over the next 10 years, okay? Now this was posted in 2013, okay? So, you know, we've got another 6 years left in that 10-year cycle. So even if we start today and we project out 10 years, okay, which would estimate out at around 14 years, what we end up seeing is that the females are going to be the beneficiaries of the single largest transference of wealth in the history of the United States of America, which means that females, oh my God, I can't even comprehend those numbers, in all honesty. I mean, it just is, to me, it's just mind-blowing, okay? Now, the interesting thing is it goes down, you've got women in business, women in shopping, women in motherhood, and you've just got numbers, and it's mind-blowing the amount that females spend. I mean, mind-blowing. But here's the thing, okay? In regards to women and finances, okay, I can't remember where it is exactly in here, but basically females only make up 1/3 of the population in regards to investment, okay? And it's in here, okay? And the interesting thing is that it's when you take into consideration that the females are going to be the beneficiaries of a 12 to 40 trillion dollar wealth transference, okay, and be in control of 2/3 of the United States finances, okay, so they're going to be in control of 2/3. Where did they get that 2/3 from if they're only 1/3 of the actual investors? The reality is part of that other 2/3 is going to come from, yeah, us, men that have been married, men that are in relationships, you the viewer. The money is going to come from us. It's going to come from us in divorce situations. It's going to come from us in legal accusations against us. It's basically going to come from us. And what's happened, and this is where the whole feminist movement has just been an absolute lie. I mean, literally, both male and females have been used by the people at the top of the pile, these people that we call the elite, or what some people call the Illuminati. Now, these people run the financial systems, the Federal Reserve, the banking systems, the International Monetary Fund systems. They run all these systems, okay? Now, when they dribble money out into society, they have it set up in such a way, I call it the money go-round, where the money goes in and then it slowly rotates around and it goes all the way back to the top, okay? Well, the whole feminist movement, equality, female equality, all this sort of stuff has been utilized to get females out into the workforce, to actually get themselves out into the world, so these people at the top of the pile that run the financial systems can benefit from their spending. It actually, what it does is it puts more money into the system, and all that money goes to the top of the pile, and it only feeds the people at the absolute upper echelon. And I'm talking about the multi-billionaires. I mean, people that are worth a few million, $5-10 million, that's not really a big deal these days. I mean, there's so many people around that are like that. I don't call them the top of the pile in any way, shape, or form. I'm talking about people that are worth hundreds of billions of dollars. So what they've done is they've utilized females because they understand that females are the most insecure of the two species. They're the ones that need all the makeup, all the clothes, all the fancy stuff. They're the ones that want to have this huge image out there, and you see it everywhere. It's absolutely mind-blowing. And when you actually look at these statistics, the numbers don't lie. I mean, everything is right here. And as I said, I will leave a link in the description section to this website. Now here's a really telling one, okay? And this is another one that feeds into the female psychology and the female sense of insecurity and needing security, okay? 91% of new homes, consumer purchases by females, by women, 91% of new homes, okay? Now this is really, really telling, okay? Because females are the ones that biologically, they're the ones that want to nest, okay? They're the ones that want to have the safety and the security around them. They're the ones that want to have, you know, a safe nest for their children to be raised in, okay? And this is the thing, 91% of new homes, that plays into their psychology, their biology, okay? And that's a very, very, very telling statistic, because, you know, when you're getting involved with a female, okay, what's happening is she's got plans for you, okay? She's got plans for you right from the get-go, okay? A lot of guys don't understand is that when a female is wanting to be around you and getting to know you, she knows within a few minutes whether or not she was willing to sleep with you, have sex with you, what have you. The rest of it is just all bullshit games to actually see if you're stupid enough, naive enough to actually go along with actually what she's wanting to put in place, her plans for you. And when you see this information here, you start to see how those plans for you play out, because she's looking at your wallet. She's looking at your ability to actually help subsidize her income to build her life. You are just a tool for the female to actually build her life, build her nest, and basically, you know, the information's here. I mean, this is incredible. So if you're a young guy, you're building your life up, you're trying to become the best possible version of yourself out there, you're focusing on your finances, financial fitness, investing, and everything like that, it is absolutely suicide, financial suicide, to get involved with a female. If you want to carry on becoming a successful human being, okay, it really truly is literally financial, emotional, sometimes even physical suicide to get involved with a female. I mean, especially here in the United States. I mean, outside of the United States, I'm sure there's women in other countries that are just good old-fashioned females and what have you. But in this country, when you see how this transference of wealth is going to go over, I mean, it's absolutely mind-numbing. I mean, do you want to be part of one of these statistics in regards to being a part of that 12 to 40 trillion dollars of wealth transference that they're going to be the beneficiaries of? I mean, this is a complete and utter racket. Men are being used and females are being used. Men are being used to literally suck the money out of the system, because the men are the ones that invest. When you look at these statistics, we're the ones that are the majority investors. We are the ones that put money away. We are the ones that save. We are the ones that are just, we seem to be pretty responsible when it comes to that sort of stuff, because usually our needs aren't that great. I mean, we can live pretty simply. It's the female. It's the women that want all this bullshit. You know, it's unbelievable. So I just wanted to share this information on this website with you. As I said, I'll put it in the description section below the video. And yeah, I hope it helps you out in some way, shape, or form. If you like the content, give it a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Okay? Take it easy, guys. Cheers.